Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
Good morning, Profitpreneurs. This is the Power Play, your daily shot of mindset fuel, motivation fire, and business brilliance. And I am going to be your host today. My name is Valerie Walton, and I am the co-founder of the Profitpreneur. So we're very excited to have you here. And today we are remixing the words of the great philosophers, Lil Jon and Youngbloods. And we are going to overcome a common issue that so many of us have in our business and in our lives. And that is hesitation and procrastination. Hello, can I get an amen? Where are y'all? Go ahead and comment. So today's hot topic is don't start no shift, won't be no shift. Okay. So the translation there is if you don't start, right? If you don't take that first imperfect step, then you're never going to see the transformation that you keep praying for, that you keep vision boarding for, and that you keep daydreaming about. Okay. So let's dive right into the issue here, the problem. And that is that hesitation is the thief, right? So I want you to think about this because so many of us are we're so worried about what people will think if we fail and how we'll feel if we fail. And we think about that so much that we hesitate or we procrastinate. But here's the truth. Hesitation and procrastination, it kills more dreams than failure ever could. So think about that because most people, they're not failing. They're just not starting. What up with that? Right? We're sitting around waiting for the perfect time. We wait until we feel ready, right? We wait until we feel like we have all the answers we need to finally take the step. Meanwhile, life is moving forward. Opportunities are passing us by, and we are standing on the sidelines, convincing ourselves that we'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow is a lie. And tomorrow is the excuse that hesitation and procrastination use to keep us stuck. I hate that. But now I'm gonna get a little vulnerable. I'm about to do confession time. All right. So I'm gonna give you this real example. One of my favorite memories regarding this topic that we're talking about today is when I sold a course before I even created it. I decided that I was going to take a page out of another successful business's playbook, Apple. So I decided to follow their pre-sale blueprint where, you know, how Apple pre-sells iPhones, right? And they get sales months before they ever even, ship out the product, right? Now, most people probably would have hesitated. What if nobody buys it though? I'm trying to sell something I ain't even got to finish yet. What if it's not perfect? What if people hate it? But I had to think, Apple doesn't focus on that. So neither did I. So I went for it anyway. And yeah, I launched it messy. I launched it imperfect. I didn't have these polished slides and presentations of fancy systems. But guess what? In less than 3 hours, I made $1,300. The product didn't even exist yet. And my customers knew that. And they were totally cool with it. They still excited anyway. happily placing them orders. So that moment taught me, don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for perfect. Just start and the shift will catch up to you. All right. So now let's talk about the power of just starting, just taking that first step. Okay. When you start, even when you start messy, even when you're scared, it's okay because you're creating momentum, and momentum can be magical. Momentum Momentum doesn't come from thinking about the journey. It doesn't come from planning it to death. It comes from taking that first shaky, wobbly step. Clarity will come to you in that action, right? In that moment, and not before it. And that's the key to remember. You don't need the whole map. You just need to start the car and put it in drive. Hello. So I got another story for you. I actually remember when Sonny and I decided to move across the country. Child, look, we ain't had nothing figured out. Forget having everything figured out. We barely had anything figured out. We didn't have jobs lined up. We didn't have to go and, apply for a transfer or anything like that. Honestly, what we had was faith and a couple of suitcases. But we just started. It's crazy because we're out here in Vegas now, and we had never been to Vegas before. I had never even thought about moving to Vegas before. That was Sonny's idea. He ain't never been to Vegas before. He's just like, hey, what about Vegas? And I was like, people live there? I thought it was just one of them towns you drive through. I thought it was the Strip, and that's it. I don't know. Anyway, we looked into it. We liked it. We said, hey, if we don't like it, we can just move again. I don't know. But within weeks, 3 weeks, doors opened for us. Opportunities showed up, and our entire life shifted because we made a decision and we took the first step. If we had waited until we felt ready, we'd probably still be stuck in the same place. And where we were at the time was becoming rapidly increasingly uncomfortable. But we knew we had the choice to not have to settle for that. Okay. Now let's talk about pushing through hesitation, right? Because it sounds easy to say, let's just stop procrastinating. Let's just stop hesitating. Yeah. How we do that? So I'm gonna give you some tips. I want you to first start focusing on shifting from perfection to progress. So instead of, I have to get it all right, just say, I just need one step forward today. What can I do today? One little thing that just takes me a step forward. Number 2, write the stuff down, child, or at least come back, save this video, okay? But number 2, shorten the decision gap, all right? The longer that you think about it, the heavier it's going to feel. Successful people make decisions fast, and we adjust as we go. Now, because we know that this is something that a lot of marketers are working on shifting out of, this is actually one of the reasons why with our Profitpreneur membership, we give you the 2 weeks for free, because you can start now and adjust later. Quick decision. That is a no-brainer. Can't nobody tell me, oh, sorry, I ain't got that. You ain't got free, right? So put yourself in positions to make it easier for you to decide. Don't overwhelm yourself with choices either. So that's a bonus tip. And now number 3, I want you to reframe failure. Okay. I don't want you to beat yourself up over failure. Every stumble is just feedback. Really, it's not a stop sign. It's a lesson. And as long as you look at it like that, you will always have gratitude. And that gratitude puts you at a frequency that always helps you find solutions and always allows you to be open for and for solutions to be open to find you. Okay. Now I got another story, Chad. Look, I hope y'all done pulled up a chair, got yourselves a cup of coffee. Because I got mine. All right. So I'll never forget when we decided to get my mom her own luxury apartment. I really didn't want to leave my mom out there in Maryland, and me and my brother are out here out west now. And so when we moved, I was thinking, I hope she'll go for it. I hope she'll want to be out here because it'll be cool to have her, close to her kids, but still independent. Because my mom don't like nothing, child. She don't like people. She don't like plants. She don't like chocolate. She don't like nothing. So we knew we were going to get her own place. And I wanted her to, with my bougie self, I wanted for her to have something really nice. So at first, that idea felt impossible. I'm going to tell you that right now, because we had just moved out here. We thought it would take us a couple of years before we're established and have everything going to the point that we could afford to do something like that for her. But you know what? Instead of hesitating, we said, let's just start. We'll figure it out on the way, but let's start working towards that. So we got resourceful. We made bold moves in our business. And within just 13 months, she was moving into her dream place. That was actually 10, 11 months early. I wanted to try to do it in 24 months. 18 months would have been stretching it. But even if that was our main goal, that would have been 5 months early. Okay. And that would have never happened if we just sat around waiting for the perfect time. So we started and the shift happened. So this is how you start creating something that is actually going to be not only transformative, but lasting. Because when you finally start, everything changes, right? You discover strengths that you didn't know you had. You build confidence because you're proving to yourself that you can do the hard things, right? Everybody, oh, that's so hard. Yeah, but you can do it though. So who cares? And you start to create a ripple effect, right? When you shift, your family shifts, your money shifts, your entire future shifts. But none of that happens if you stay stuck in hesitation mode. Don't start no shift. Won't be no shift. All right. So now one more thing, get the notepad and the pen back out one more time, because there is a simple technique that I love to give to my clients. And these are 3 S's to overcome hesitation. So if you've been a coaching client, you may already know about this. All right. First S is to start small. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just one little step still counts. How about that? S number 2, right? The second S, start soon. So the faster that you act, the less fear, the less fear can take you or talk you out of it, right? If you move quick, you faster than the fear can kick in. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I used to be so scared to go live, right? And do live streams. But once you click that button, oh, well, here we go. Fear didn't have time to catch up. All right. And the third S is start scared. Just do it anyway. Stop waiting for confidence, because I got a secret for you. If nobody else told you, confidence is a result of starting, not a prerequisite. All right. So imperfect action beats perfect hesitation every single time. So here is my challenge for you this week. I want you to pick just one thing that you've been hesitating on or procrastinating and setting aside. Just one thing, just one, and take one small action toward it. Okay. So send out that email, make that call, record that video, sign up for that class, get that membership. So it doesn't matter how messy it looks. The shift won't start until you do, because if you don't start no shift, there won't be no shift. Okay. And you, my friend, you deserve that transformation. Okay. So go and start your shift today. And for those of you that are brand new here, or if you were a guest brought on, definitely make sure that you come and check us out inside of our private, exclusive community, the Profitpreneur. This is the place where it's a safe place for you to develop your skills, use the tools in a safe way, and develop a strategy that fits you so that you can grow your business. Okay. And do it sustainably, profitably, and start creating a future that you've always wanted. Come check us out for free for just 14 days, right? 14 days for free, and start your shift. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one.